Hey guys, so today I'm just going to do a quick video on my best favourite palettes I've been using for spring 2021. So I think I've got 7 or 8 palettes, but these aren't in any particular order. I'm just going to run through them. So here we go. So first up we have the Viseart Rose Edit, and as its palette name suggests, it just reminds me of a bunch of roses, like spring flowers, those pinky mauvey shades give me all the spring feels. The like soft pastel nudie type shades, they've got some fun like rosy pops of colour. I just love these little Viseart Edit palettes. You get 12 shades, but I just love how small they are. They're so small, travel friendly. The whole palette actually fits in the palm of your hand, although it's actually not my favourite of the Edit palettes, but it is still a perfect palette for spring. So I think Viseart, they've got 2 different formulas. I think one is a good formula and the other one is impeccable. So this I think is the good formula. So I do love all Viseart shadows, but I just think they've got better palettes than this one. The mattes in it though are amazing. The shimmers, they can be a little bit lackluster if you just apply them with no base, but once you do build them up or use a glitter glue, they are really pretty. So yeah, and these palettes are £30 I think, and they are available at most of the like online beauty websites. Feel Unique, Beauty Bay, Beautylish. Yeah, look at those swatches. That third row, the purple, it's like a lilac-y shimmer. It's quite a unique shade. It's got like a blue and silver reflect in it. I'm not sure if it's showing on camera, but yeah, it's a really pretty shade. But even just for like everyday use, this palette it's fabulous and I love it. So moving on, next palette is another one of the Viseart Edit palettes. This one is the Viseart Paris Edit, and this is one of my favourite Edit palettes. This palette, it's been so apt for spring. It just gives like a soft ethereal type look, and every single look that I've done using this palette, it just so reminds me of the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, which is a beautiful palette, but I did actually declutter mine, so it's really nice having this and to have been playing with it again. It's fun, it's girly, it's very, very wearable, and just a great everyday palette. These Diddy Viseart 12-pan Edit palettes, they're adorable, and I wish that all palettes were this size. I mean, let's face it, if you're a palette collector or enthusiast, who's going to pan a palette and use up all of the eyeshadow? Nobody. We don't need huge pans with a ton of product in. Like Natasha Denona, hers are 2.5 grams of product. Impossible to hit pan on. They're just huge. I know, like she markets for like makeup artists, but still they are too big. Make them smaller and lower the price a little bit. But yeah, in this Edit palette you get 5 mattes, 5 shimmers and 2 metallics. But yeah, be prepared for a bit of fallout with the 2 glitter metallic shades, because like they're not glitter, they're glittery metallic shades. Or use a glitter glue and yeah, you'll be fine. But again, as always with Viseart, the mattes are perfection, and the shimmers in this Paris Edit, they are a bit better than in the Rose Edit palette. And yeah, again, this palette, it's £30 and available at most places online. Look at these swatches. Look how shiny they are. Look how glowy, and they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I could just sit and look at these all day and just watch them all day. Gorgeous. Moving on, Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Quad. Now, I wear this palette all year round, but it has been a gorgeous springtime palette. If you don't have time to be like fannying around with your eyeshadow, this palette is quick, it's easy. You can apply all 4 shades with your fingers. That's how Charlotte makes them. It's supposed to be really easy, and it just looks effortless on the eyes. Also, the undertones are very unique. Some people it pulls pink and others it pulls more brown. And despite it only having 4 pans, you can create a canny few different looks from it. I think the cost of it is £45, I just love how this looks on the eyes. I just love the peachy. I just absolutely love this quad palette. I really do. So moving on, another palette that I've been reaching for all spring is one of my favourites. It's the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. Just look at this palette and tell me it doesn't scream spring. Every colour in it is just absolutely beautiful. Honestly, if I could only choose one palette to use in spring forever, it would be the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I love the tones in it. I just love... every time I use this palette, I can't explain in words. The formula is beautiful. This palette, it didn't get great review. All of Natasha's palettes get amazing reviews. So, and as you know, they're super expensive. This was one of her £129 in British pounds palettes. It's one of her full-size ones. And yeah, it got good reviews, but some people give it a not so great review based on just two shades. The Royal Deep Blue Shimmer, which is called Tiger Lily, and the green, the emeraldy green shade, which is exotic. And people were saying that they were hitting hard pan using them. There's the green there, and the blue is the next one along, the dark blue, that one, Tiger Lily. People were hitting hard pan. I didn't have any issues with them. Yeah, they do need to be built up. You do need to put extra work in with those two shades, but this palette is beautiful, and they do have it on sale sometimes, so if you can pick it up in the sale, I highly recommend it. It's got quite a few of my favourite shades in my whole collection in this palette as well. I know Erica got I think she got it in BoxyCharm, so it's got that Mint Frost. That shade has a special place in my heart. It's one of the favourite shades in my whole collection. I absolutely adore Mint Frost. And it also had Vintage Taupe in it and Limoncello, which I love, and I've got a huge dip in the pan of mine, but I absolutely love it. Look at these swatches. But yeah, there's the blue and the green that a couple of people had issues with. There doesn't look anything wrong with those at all, but look at those metallics, the sparkling. Look at the shine on them. They are so I don't have words to tell you how beautiful they are. And they go on the eyes like that as well. They are beautiful. So much dimension to them. You can see why Natasha's eyeshadows cost a bomb. But yeah, the mattes in this palette, they're creamy mattes, and they are beautiful. But this palette actually, for the longest time, if I had to choose just 10 palettes, my top 10 favourite palettes, hands down without even thinking, every time the Tropic palette came in, I have so much love for this palette, and it's been so nice putting this back out again and using it. And I've just, sorry, the cat's meowing. Every time I start recording, he comes meowing. I forgot what I was saying now. But yeah, I forgot how really nice this palette is. I absolutely love it. So moving on, another palette I've been reaching for all spring is one of my newer palettes. And it's another one of Natasha Denona's palettes, and it's the Trio-Chrome palette, sorry. So this is quite new to my collection. This when you look at the shades of these in the pans, they look, to me, it looked quite dark. I was quite surprised when I first watched it for the first time. I was quite surprised at how light the shades are compared to how they look in the pans. So it's been absolutely beautiful and perfect for spring. The shades in it are those orangey, peachy, mauvey tones, and then the soft lilacs and pinks, and the green row. Don't get me started on that green row. It's absolutely beautiful. That mint green shade is gorgeous, and it actually goes on the lids like that as well. And yeah, there's 3 multi-chromes in it. Some people said that the multi-chromes weren't, or they could have been better, but don't forget, it's the first time that any mainstream beauty brand has put any multi-chromes in their palettes. Okay, yeah, I know they're not as good as like Cleona or Davina, but I think she did a bloody good job with them. And yeah, look at those. Look at the shine and the shifts. They are absolutely gorgeous. And if you use these with the Pixie Epoxy glitter glue. They are stunning. Look at that purple, look how sparkly, and I just love it. I just love it. If you've got a like pale to fair skin tone, this palette is beautiful for you. And yeah, it's been gorgeous for spring. Those are the 3 multi-chromes in the palette. Gorgeous. But if you know anything about multi-chromes, they're so hard to pick up the shifts, and on cameras or videos, it's so hard to show. I tried. You're supposed to do them on like a curved part of skin to catch them, but yeah, they are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I put a flash on them here so you could try and see them better. And the packaging of this palette is, it's the same. The packaging is, it shifts from green to blue to like teal. It's absolutely gorgeous. So moving on, another palette I've been using all spring is Charlotte Tilbury Quad, and it's called Rebel. So it's not the Rebel, that's the brighter greens. This is just her Rebel palette, a newer one. And yeah, it just reminds me of like grass, trees, leaves, and it's been beautiful. It's like olivey, musky, I can't describe it. It's beautiful on the eyes, those gold shades and the greens. The first 2 shades on the left, those shimmers are absolutely beautiful. But look at the sparkle. Again, I'm not sure if it's picking up as well on camera, but the sparkles in it are absolutely insane. That's her pop shade, and yeah, beautiful. And it's been a lovely palette to use this spring. So my last palette for spring is one of my favourites again, and it is the most underrated palette ever to me, and it has seriously been slept on. It's the Viseart Koi palette. And I truly believe that this palette has been released way ahead of its time. This palette is stunning. I don't even have words to tell you how beautiful it is, but every shade in this palette just screams spring to me, and it is gorgeous. So yeah, it's an accompanying palette to me. I use usually my Viseart neutral mattes, and pop one of these shades on, and it is stunning. I know Boo's Beauty, and yeah, she was on about picking it up, and then she finally pulled the trigger and she treated herself for a birthday, and I'm sure she got a 3rd off. So yeah, I'm not sure why not many people got this palette, because I know it was £20 more than Viseart normally charge. So instead of it being £68, it was £20 extra, so it was 88 or 80. I think it was 80. But yeah, these shades, right, used with, and again with a glitter glue, I've used a ton of different glitter glues, and excuse me, Pixie Epoxy by 3N is, what it does to your shimmers, I can't even explain in words. It just amps them up. It is unreal. It is the best glitter glue on the market. You use that with this palette and you'll be blown away. It's amazing. But if you get a chance to pick this palette up, I highly recommend it, because you will not be disappointed. Anyway guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. What palette have you been using this spring? Again, thank you for watching. Bye.